Lagos, the city of endless hustle, a place where dreams are chased, stolen, revived, or buried deep in the backseat of a keke. But sometimes it takes one random moment, one unknown face, one unexpected ride to completely turn your life around. My name is Ola. I was just another boat driver in Lagos. But the day I picked up that passenger, everything changed. It was a Monday, one of those hot, unforgiving Lagos Mondays. My AC had stopped working 3 days ago. I was broke, the kind of broke that makes you eye your phone and pray for a ride request. Fuel, almost finished. Battery, 23%. Hope, slightly above zero. But I had to hustle. I had to survive. So I logged in. A ride request popped up. VI to Lekki Phase 1. Female. 5-star rating. I didn't think too much about it. I just accepted. Turned the ignition and zoomed off. When I got to the pickup spot, I saw her. She wasn't flashy, but you could tell this babe had presence. Black braids, small black shades, corporate blouse, heels that clicked confidence. She entered the back seat and said, "Good afternoon. Please, Lekki Phase 1." Her voice was calm, soft, but with this quiet authority, like someone who didn't like nonsense. My type of girl. Mm-mm-mm. We drove in silence for about 5 minutes. Then she asked the question that will change everything. "How long have you been doing this?" I shrugged. 2 years since NYSC ended. "So what did you study?" I responded, "Computer science." Futa. She smiled, like that meant something. Then she said the last thing I expected. "So what are you doing here?" Normally, I hate questions like that because they remind me how life doesn't always go as planned. But there was something about her. So I answered, "I couldn't get a job. Tried for a year, sent over 200 CVs. Nobody replied, so I started driving boats to survive." She nodded slowly, then said, "Do you want to keep doing this forever?" That question hit me harder than lasma on a bad day. "No," I replied. And then she said, "Good. Then don't get too comfortable here." She handed me her card. "My name is Ada. I work with a tech firm. We are hiring interns. Paid. You could?" I blinked like I misheard. "Small," I said. She laughed. "Learn more. Apply. Deadline is in 3 days." Just like that, she stepped out of the car and walked into a building. For the next 10 minutes, I sat in the back seat of the car, staring at the card in my hand. It felt unreal. People don't just offer chances like this in Lagos. Not without strings, not without agenda. But something about her felt genuine. I drove home. I didn't take another ride that day. Instead, I dusted off my laptop, opened up VS Code, and started coding again. I hadn't felt that alive in months. For the next 3 days, I became a ghost. I stopped driving. I lived on bread and sardine. I watched YouTube tutorials like they were Netflix. I coded like my life depended on it, because it did. The application had one simple rule: build a small project, upload to GitHub, send your CV. I built a Lagos Bolt fuel calculator web app. It was simple but clever. It calculated how much profit a driver could make after fuel costs based on distance. It was real. It was useful. It was me. I sent it in with my CV. Then I waited. 2 days passed. No reply. 5 days. Nothing. I started driving again. Back to the hustle. Back to the heat. I felt foolish, like I had allowed myself to dream too early. Then, on the seventh day, ping, an email. Subject, interview invitation, tech intern program. I almost dropped my phone. I screamed. My neighbor thought I won the lottery. In a way, I had. I borrowed a white shirt from my roommate, ironed it with a pot, wore my best jeans and fake leather shoes. I got to the office, same building where I dropped Ada. The place was beautiful. Clean air, people who smelled like opportunity. There were 5 of us, young, hungry, sharp. They grilled us with questions, code tests, logic puzzles. I did my best. I did not know if it was enough. Then I heard her voice. Well done, Ola. Ada was standing at the door, smiling. You built that fuel calculator, right? I nodded. Smart. Real world thinking. You are in. That internship changed everything. I learned more in 3 months than I did in 4 years of school. They hired me full time. I started earning real money. I fixed my AC. I fixed my life. I even helped my sister register for university. Sometimes I still open both app just to remember. And sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I did not accept that ride. Life is funny. One moment, you are dodging potholes and praying for a passenger. The next, you are shaking hands with CEOs. All it took was one conversation, one kind person, one chance that I was bold enough to take. So if you are watching this right now and life feels stuck, remember, don't get too comfortable here. There's more waiting for you. And maybe your own passenger is coming. Don't miss the ride. If this story moved you, hit the like button, drop a comment below, and share it with someone who needs encouragement. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories from the streets of Nigeria. Who knows, your own story might be next. See you in the next one.